Hi, Joe Roberts from the Push for Change. I'm coming to you from the highway just outside of St. John's, Newfoundland on the first 100 kilometers of the Push for Change. Several years ago, we came up with a plan to engage Canadians on what we need to do to prevent, reduce, and end youth homelessness. In 1989, I was living on the streets of Vancouver, and I made a promise that if I ever got off the streets, I would do something to pay it forward. The Push for Change is that promise realized. Behind me is 9,000 kilometers ahead of us. It's going to take us 17 months. And our fundraising goal is to raise 50 cents from every single Canadian. And those dollars are going to be used to invest in youth homeless prevention. I'm asking you today to join us, to come online to thepushforchange.com and make your contribution. Maybe you can do better than 50 cents. Maybe you can support everyone in your family or your extended family, maybe even your town or your province. However you choose to give, it's going to help us reach that goal. So thanks for supporting the Push for Change. Go online at thepushforchange.com to find out about our events and when we're going to be in your community. We'll see you when we get close to your town. Thanks for supporting the Push for Change.
How far are any of us from living on the streets? It is estimated that there are 65,000 young people across Canada that are homeless or living at homeless shelters, and that number is growing. The majority are a result of family conflict. It is at this crossroad that a young person's life trajectory can change forever. Joe Roberts knows this reality. With the untimely death of his father in 1975, a series of unfortunate events culminated with Joe living as a homeless young person in Vancouver. It was at the lowest point, living under a bridge and pushing a shopping cart on the streets, he made a promise to himself to pay any fortunes of fate forward.
It was an incredibly tough time in my life, but with the help of some caring people, I became one of the lucky ones.
Fortunately for Joe, his story ended well. He got the break he needed. 12 years later, Joe was a Canadian success story.
One day I remembered my promise and asked the question, what could we do to pay it forward? That's when a good friend of mine suggested, Joe, if you want to raise awareness, why not push a shopping cart across Canada? It's a symbol of homelessness, the very thing that you're trying to avoid for young people.
On May 1st, 2016, Joe Roberts will push a shopping cart 9,000 kilometers across Canada. He will start in St. John's and end in Vancouver, taking 517 days to complete. Along the way are 400 planned events with schools and community partners.
The goal is to engage the country, empower youth, and create a grassroots movement to prevent youth homelessness in Canada.
Funds raised during the trek will be invested in the UPSTREAM project, a school-based youth homeless prevention model administered by Raising the Roof. 100% of every donated dollar will go towards youth homelessness. Canada, are you ready for it? Joe is.
I've been training for 3 years, and in 2012, I did a little walk from Calgary to Vancouver. It took 56 days, traveling 1,071 kilometers. So yes, I'm ready.
At Push for Change, we believe that ending youth homelessness is possible. We believe all young people deserve to reach their full potential, and we believe that inspired action can change the world.
Young people are like pennies. Some are shiny and new, some have traveled a harsher road. Regardless, they all hold the same value.
That's the change we're pushing for. Spread the message on social media. Participate in our Sleep Out Challenge and Walk with Joe fundraising campaigns. And be sure to join us at a community event near you. We can't do this alone. Help us push for change.